Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm mrbobvin or Malika, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this top right here. It's called the iris top because I googled spring flowers and I think irises popped up, so I was like, that's kind of perfect. So I went with that. So this is called the iris top, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I made this top. So this top was it was a journey because this was not what I envisioned. This was not my plan when I thought of me wanting to make this top. This is not what I envisioned. I did want a collar, but this part right here was not supposed to be. Should I show you guys how I wanted it to be? Yeah, okay, I'll show you guys how I wanted it to come out so you guys kind of have an idea of where I was going with this video. So you guys aren't like, what is she doing? So I'll have a picture and that shows you like where I was trying to go. So I wanted like the button band right here with the collar, but that literally didn't happen. It was a roller coaster because I tried so hard to make it how I wanted it to be, but it just did not work out, and I ended up with this, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I just wanted it to be like how I envisioned it, but that didn't happen. I still love this top. I love how it came out, and I love that I was able to make it work instead of like scrapping the entire project and starting over. That would have sucked. Okay guys, so this is like, I just took pictures and everything, but I'm still gonna put this in the beginning of my video because I think this is just so hilarious. So literally I was just scrolling through Instagram like I always do, and I found this picture of literally exactly what I was trying to do, and I myself could not figure out how to do it, and she literally did it exactly how I was trying to do it. I'm breathless because I had to run and get my camera to tell you guys, but this is the picture. This, like, her collar part is literally exactly how I wanted, like what I was going for. I wanted that like collar part to have the button band. Her button band is the part that I was trying to figure out and I couldn't, and with the collar. So that's basically how I wanted my top to be, like with the button band, and I could not figure it out. And I just thought it was so hilarious that I randomly came across a picture of like exactly how I wanted my top to be, and I myself could not figure it out, so I had to literally do something else. I just thought that was funny, but shout out to her because I could not figure that out. I literally couldn't. I tried like literally 5 different techniques and I could not figure it out. So the fact that she got it, it's hilarious, and clearly it's possible, but not for me because I couldn't do that. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys because that was just way too funny, and like what are the odds of me actually finding something that I was trying to do and she actually did it? That's just crazy. But yeah, this button band type of look is what I was going for. I could not figure that out, but yeah, I just thought that was super funny, and I wanted to show you guys a good visual of like what I was actually trying to go for. But yeah, maybe next time I can figure it out. I don't know. I don't even care anymore because I'm moving on. But yeah, that's it. But anyway, I will have a pattern coming out for this top, but it won't be available when this video comes out because I actually want to start something different and start having people pattern test for me, just so I can see like different variations of this top, colors, sizes of the people that are going to make it. So just to, you know, do something different for once. So, but this video is basically a guide through. I basically just tell you guys what I did. But yeah, this is the first crochet summer top that I have made, and I'm so excited to make more. I'm so excited to show you guys everything. And yeah, this was really a really crazy journey because I was not expecting this outcome at all. When I tell you guys, I was like, how am I going to do this? I literally wanted to just not do it at all and just work on my next summer top instead of this one, and I just would have scrapped this one and figure out like a video to post for this one instead. But I couldn't do it because I wanted something with a collar. It just came out, it came out so good. It came out so good. But anyway, so that, I think, I don't really remember what to say for my intro, but that's basically it. Let me stop talking and let's just get right into the video where you'll see the entire process of how I made this top. So let's get it. Okay, so I already started my ribbing, but I'm using impeccable yarn. Impeccable. And it's this beautiful, like, springy type of purple, which is perfect. I actually had it for like my knit tank top I did. Like, I bought a blue, purple, and yellow, and I found the purple, so that's what I'm using. And I'm starting off the ribbing with a 4mm hook, and then I'm gonna switch to a 5 for the body. But to start off, I chained 7, and then I just single crocheted in a back loop only until it fit around my torso like this. I'll have a video right here so you guys can see. So now that it fits my torso, I'm just going to half double crochet up, and then once I get a few rows in, I'll show you guys like what I did after. But yeah, for now I'm just going to half double crochet, switch to a 5mm, and then half double crochet. Then I'll show you guys what I do later. My ribbing is 54 rows, by the way. Okay guys, so my panel is at my desired length, and now I want it to stop like right here, so that's where I'm going to stop. And now I'm going to start, I don't know how to explain this, but now I'm going to split to leave space for like that white collar part, and then I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. So yeah, but now I just half double crocheted until I got to like right above my chest, literally like right above that, and now I'm going to split and make room for that white so I can do that after. But I'm gonna show you guys. Okay guys, this is a pimple patch, by the way. But now that I have my desired length, I'm going to, I found my middle 4 stitches, and I just put, like, this is a barrier. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I put the stitches outside of it. But I have my middle 4 stitches, and now I'm just going to have my yarn right here. I'm just going to literally half double crochet and stop at this stitch marker, and then just keep going up. I'm not going to decrease at all. I'm just going to keep going up until the panel reaches like to like this point right below my collarbone, and then I'm going to decrease the rest of the way. But I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. But I just found my middle 4 stitches, and now I'm just going to focus on this side, and then I'll show you guys. Okay, so after it's split, I just made sure I had 23 stitches on both sides and then 4 in the middle. So that's what I meant by like finding the 4 middle stitches. And then this is how I did the panel, and I'm gonna explain it with my shirt off so you guys can see. Okay guys, so my panel is like this, and then I have double crocheted across regularly, like this chunk right here, for 7 rows. And so that's going to be the button band right there. And then I decreased 3 inches so that my panel can come right here. Because if I don't decrease, my panel would just be like this, and I'll have no space like right here, which is weird. So I decreased for 3 inches, and then I just decrease until it reached the top part of my shoulder like that. And so it's like this. Ta-da! I also decreased on this side every single time. So I didn't decrease in every other row. I decreased in every single row, always on this side for 3 inches. Just so it has like that deep decrease and not a gradual decrease. I needed something like super sharp so I can just... So I didn't... Anyway, yeah. Okay guys, so I did the... Okay, so I half double crocheted 7 rows, just half double crocheting across regularly, and now you can see how I'm going to, and now you can see the button band area. That's the slot I left for it since I'm going to be doing white, and I'll come back to that after. But now it's time to do that decrease, as you can tell, and that's just for my neckline. But this is how the button band area is going to look. Now the front panel is complete. Now the rest is easy. The back panel is literally this without that splitting thing. Just a big old box, 41 rows, half double crochet across. Then the sleeves, easy peasy. I got through the hard part, so let's get it. Okay guys, so I finished my back panel. And like I said, it's just literally a box. So I just did however many rows I did for the front, for the back, just without this thing right here. It's just a straight square. And I also finished the sleeve. It's this short, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do the sleeve. Okay, so for the sleeve, I'm going to chain 5. And then I'm going to single crochet in the back loop only until my ribbing fits around my arm loosely, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that when I get to it. But for now, I'm just going to chain 5, single crochet in the back loop only, and then keep going, and then I'll show you guys where you should stop. So to measure to see if the ribbing is long enough for the arm panel, is it a panel? Anyway, yeah, so I just take my ribbing and then place it over my arm like this to see if it goes around it loosely. And you see that it does. It has a little bit it's nice and roomy. You see how it has like that hole of room. Like you don't want it to be like this to where it's so pinched against your skin and you can't, you don't have slack. So you want a good bit of slack to where you see like a hole when you measure it like this. And then that's how you know you have enough for your panel. And then I'm just going to half double crochet across with my purple yarn. I just wanted my ribbing to be a different color because my button band is going to be white, so I wanted it to match that. But now I'm just going to half double crochet up, so my panel ends up looking like this. I always measure my sleeve like starting right here, because usually my panel always ends somewhere on my shoulder. So let's say I want my sleeve to be like basically kind of mid-arm. So if I want my sleeve to be right here, I will literally half double crochet until my panel reaches like my shoulder part. So here's a good example. Let's say my panel stops right here. That's where my sleeve is gonna be. And I'll have a video right here of like how to measure it with your panels on so you guys can have a visual example of how to do that. So I'm going to do that right now, and I single crochet 43 rows for my ribbing, and then I half double crochet 12 rows for my sleeve. So I'm gonna do that right now, and then it'll be time to put my panels together, all the panels together. So let's get in. Okay guys, so all my panels are complete. I have my back panel, my front panel, and then my 2 sleeves, and now it's time to put everything together. So I start off by putting my front and back panel together first, and I just put stitch markers here. I put stitch markers along this edge because this edge is where I'm going to slip stitch them together. Then I'm just gonna do that. You don't have to put stitch markers. I just put stitch markers in place to keep it in place so it doesn't move, and that's what works for me. But you don't necessarily need stitch markers at this point, but I like to do it. Okay, now I slip stitch my panels together and it looks like this. This is the inside of it. And now I'm just going to flip it out like this so my seams are still facing up, just like that. Now I'm going to grab my sleeve, fold it in half, and place a stitch marker in that middle crease. So it's like this, or you can just find the middle point, but this is how I do it. And then I'm just going to take this and slip it into this crease right here. It's a little tough sometimes, but that's how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to flip it so it's like that. So once you flip it, you should see the outside of the panel. This is the inside. Where the seam is, that's the inside, and this is the outside. And then you want your sleeve to just be like this, right on top of it, like that. And now I'm going to place stitch markers along the edge because I'm going to slip stitch across like that. And I just like keeping my sleeve in place so it doesn't shift when I'm trying to slip stitch across. So I have that middle point. I'm just going to place like a stitch marker right there, like right there, and right there. But I'll show you guys. And then I'm just going to slip stitch across like that. Okay guys, now that I have both sleeves attached, I'm going to not face it that way. I'm going to put it where the seam is still facing you, and you're just going to pinch that together and basically form the oh my gosh, the shirt like this. So it basically looks finished, but you have to make sure the seams are facing you because now, well, facing me anyway, but now I'm going to
slip stitch along the edges to put the shirt together. And yeah, I'm going to stitch mark along the side. Along this side, I'm going to stitch mark along the side and then stitch mark along this side so that they're together, so when I do slip stitch, they don't move.
Okay, now that the top is like this here, it's inside out, so now you're going to flip it the correct way. And now it looks like this. And now it's time to do that button band, and I have absolutely no idea how to do that, but once I figure it out, I will tell you guys what I did. But that's how it looks. Okay guys, so I know I said I'll be back when I figured out how to do the button band thing, but that didn't work out. I'm not doing the button band anymore. It's just like, it's so tedious, and literally it will take me a while to figure out how to really perfect it the way I want it to be. But I'll have a picture right here of how like I wanted it to be, and it looks good, but the way to construct it just would have been like super weird, and it wouldn't have been like the best it could be, and I don't want to just do something just because I want it, like, no. So we are not doing that. The top is still active, we're still doing it, and I'm still gonna have my collar, so I'm gonna change. This is gonna be so funny seeing my beginning of the video, how it actually looks, and you guys are seeing the process of how it actually turned out. Anyway, so instead of doing the button band thing, which I did want to do, so I'm right here right now, which is the last time you saw, and I did so many iterations of the button band and how to do it, and all of them failed, and I'm just not doing it anymore. But so this is still going to be useful, which is good, so I don't have to redo everything. Oh god, that would suck. Anyway, so we're still going to have this, right? But now I'm just going to single crochet across, like maybe 3 rows, so it gets a little bit, a nice little white trim around here. Then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna start my collar and just go from right here and back and forth until my collar gets collared. And that's how I'm gonna do it. Super simple. Yeah, let's get it, and I'll show you guys what I do. So for the collar part, I just put the shirt on, and I just wanted to see where I wanted my collar to be, and that's where I placed a stitch marker right there. So I now want my collar to come more down here than up here, so I placed a stitch marker, and then I just have to even that out to make sure it's like basically on the same stitch. And then I'm just going to go around and around just from here. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I figure out where I want my collar. Okay guys, so I did 2 rows of single crochet around the neckline. Now I'm going to start on the collar and then just go around that way like that, leaving this, not touching this part. So now I'm just going to attach yarn like right here or right here, and then just go around there until my collar starts collaring. And that is it. All right, I finished the top and it looks like this. Very different from what I envisioned, from what I thought it was actually going to be, which is crazy because this was not the route I was gonna take with this top, but it ended up being super cute anyway, so I'm so happy with how it came out. And yeah, but it's crazy because you guys saw in the beginning how it looked already. I didn't even know it was gonna turn out like this. That's crazy. But yeah, this top took like 6 days. I worked on it for like 6 days, but I would say it took like 3 if we're counting hours. And honestly, I could have been done, but I was procrastinating. But at least I finished now. I single crochet 10 rows for the collar, but you can single crochet for as long as you want it to be. But I did 10 rows for me. Okay guys, so I'm all made up and this is the finished product, but you guys literally already saw that in the beginning of this video and you guys literally saw my entire process. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Since you guys enjoyed it so much, be sure to like and subscribe and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post another video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.